Previously on Rob's Corner.
Epomaker, this isn't sponsored, but hey, if you wanna, if you wanna hook things up, let's do it. And just like that, shout out to Epomaker for actually sending me the parts to put together my first, I guess, entry-level custom keyboard build. So I've reviewed and tested many keyboards in the past, but I've never actually put one fully together.
Nice.
Alright guys, I am super excited because today we are going to be building and putting together your entry-level version of building a custom keyboard. You have your keyboard frame. We have the LEOBOG Hi75 here, all aluminum body, super popular, budget-friendly but still premium keyboard frame. Your body here, the bare bones kit. We have the LEOBOG Graywood V3 linear switches, and we have the Mist Cloud set. Super excited for Epomaker for sending this out to me to check out. They have some pre-assembled ones as well, but you could get the bare bones kit, so you could really customize it with switches and keycaps of your choice. Just quickly before building it, I just want to talk quickly about the frame, the Hi75 over here. This is an all aluminum board and it has some heft to it, my friend. So previously to this, I've been using the Shadow X keyboard, which is kind of like a mix. And this weighs pretty much twice as much as that, if not more. Over here now, this is like full aluminum. So this is a serious, you could, this would hurt. So some of the key features, obviously all aluminum body, gasket structure, south-facing LEDs. You do have the little rotary knob over here, which could be used for multiple things. And it has a lot of levels to it, which is gonna really help with the gasket structure, give you that, that nice THOCKY sound that people are after when it comes to these keyboards. So I'm going to put it together and then we'll quickly talk about it, do some sound tests. Now before putting this together, guys, first off, if you are enjoying this type of video, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and like this video. Let's try to blow this video up a bit so Epomaker doesn't regret sending me out some product and other companies will also follow suit. I think this keyboard turned out absolutely great. I love the way the pastel colors look against the whiteboard, and it offers a completely unique color scheme versus all the other keyboards that I have in my collection. Now, I understand that this isn't what you would consider a full custom board, right? I didn't assemble all the sound dampening layers myself. I didn't install the PCB, do all the soldering or anything like that. So I wouldn't consider this like a full custom board, but it's definitely what you should be looking for if you're a little bit intimidated by building your own keyboard from scratch and you just don't know where to start. So this is the perfect way to just dip your toe in the water and just get things going. Get yourself a bare bones keyboard, get yourself switches, a board that's hot swappable, get the switches that you like, get the keycaps that you like, and start putting it together, and you will see how easy it is and not to be too intimidated by putting together a custom board. The pre-assembled ones come in their dedicated color variants and themes, so you have no choice but to choose a certain switch that they offer and the keycap set that they offer. But if you want to mix and match a switch and a keycap set, well, then you have to kind of go with this entry-level way of custom building or customizing a keyboard. Another reason why this keyboard is so popular among, if you go on like forums and look at the best budget level, entry-level custom keyboard, the Hi75 is really recommended, and there's a reason why. So aside from the aluminum board that I mentioned, all aluminum chassis, the Hi75 definitely packs a punch internally. After the frame, there are 6 more layers before the switches and keycaps, and the gasket design ensures a deep, THOCKY typing experience. The board is a sleek, it's 75% TKL board that comes with 81 keys. So you're gonna need 81 switches, so you'll have some extra when you buy your pack of 100 over here. So I would say that the 81 key TKL has to be my favorite. I have a few 60% boards, but I find that the lack of the function keys is actually more detrimental than like the arrow keys and stuff that I've noticed. So I could kind of live without the arrow keys because obviously when you're gaming you use WASD, but I've been finding myself more and more in need of the function keys than anything else. So that's why something like this is going to be much more preferred to the Shadow X that I was using. I love the Shadow X, don't get me wrong, but I feel like this is going to suit my needs a bit better. So it really offers that perfect balance between the keys that you need, but still giving you that minimalist design. It uses a USB-C connection, which obviously is what every electronic should use at this point on the top left. on the top left side of the board over here on the back, and it comes with its own braided USB-C cable, which is a nice touch. If you don't have your own custom coiled cable, well, you kind of get like a miniature coiled cable over here. Obviously, it's not like the best quality. It's a small coil compared to a nice long one that you get aftermarket, but it's nice that it came with a braided coiled cable instead of just a regular rubberized USB-C cable. On the back, you have the little planet logo and the rubber feet that give it a slight incline. To be honest, it would have been nice if the feet were kind of adjustable, because some people might prefer having it either lay completely flat or having it at a higher incline. So this doesn't really give you that option to be able to incline it a bit more. You're stuck with the factor it comes in. So right here next to the escape key, you're going to find this little metal plate that just offers a bit of an aesthetic feature to the keyboard, because it has the little spaceman logo on it. And if you're not really enjoying that logo, you could just flip it to the other side and it's a blank logo. And I think you could just, stick something on it if you like, or maybe go get it laser engraved with, your name, your logo, whatever you want on it. Now the LEDs are south facing, which is nice because they are individual per key, as most keyboards are now and then, especially at this price. But most importantly, when you're talking about the bottom layer of it, is that the switches are hot swappable. So yes, I installed the Graywood V3 switches, but if ever down the line there's a new switch that I prefer over these, well, then I could just take these out and then put in the new switches without having to worry about any soldering or changing the PCB or anything like that. So it makes it very easy for customization. Now the board's unique feature is definitely its dual function knob here on the top right that allows you to switch between gaming mode and office mode. Now the way to do that is you just hold down the knob for 3 seconds until the light changes from a steady to a pulsating light, and that will tell you if it's in gaming mode, if it's flashing, or if it's in office mode when it's just a steady red light. In office mode, the knob will control the system volume, and in gaming mode, you'll be able to control the brightness of the LED so it's not distracting you while gaming. I don't really have the LEDs distract me, but I guess for some people that are very sensitive to light, it could be distracting. Now, one negative about the knob on this keyboard is that when you do buy the bare bones kit, your choice for the knob color is made for you. It's going to be red no matter what. Whether you're getting white board, blue board, black board, green board, doesn't matter. The light switch here is going to be red. Now you could get an aftermarket replacement to have it transparent or black, whatever you want, but it doesn't give you that option when you're buying it. But when you do buy the pre-assembled version with the different color variants, then the knob here matches the theme of the keyboard, especially for this price. You want to get something that aesthetically pleases you. You could kind of build your keyboard around that. If you really don't like the red knob, then you could get another one. So it would have been really nice to be able to customize the knob to the color of the keyboard itself. For me, it worked out pretty well that it matches the pastel color theme over here with the Mist Cloud keycap. So I'm happy with it. I won't be looking at changing it unless I want to change my keycap. So in the future, if I want to change the color theme of the keycaps and I want to get a new knob here, I'm going to have to look at getting one that matches the keycap set that I want. Now for the switches, which are right here, I decided to go with the LEOBOG Graywood V3 switches, and there's a few reasons for that. I definitely wanted a linear feel and sound from the sound test that I have heard, and this one appealed to me the most of the ones that Epomaker offered. They felt fast, they were responsive, and they were factory pre-looped, which just meant one less thing that I had to do in terms of customizing this keyboard. Now these switches come with a very common stem, which is POM, which is polyoxymethylene, if I'm not mistaken, stems, which are the most common in terms of the switches, and they have a nylon housing, which sound and feel great in my opinion. I really enjoy them, and for the price, I feel like they're definitely worth it. Now, as the keycaps I described over here, they were that pastel color. They are the Mist Cloud set from Epomaker, and I just wanted to go with something a little more unique. So I really wanted to go with something that I didn't have in the past, which was the Mist Cloud here. It's light colored, it's pastel, it really appealed to me, and I really think it turned out, honestly, really, really nice. Now I'm thinking of getting kind of like a matching mouse pad to go with it, but it is nice to be able to kind of switch things up a bit once in a while. Now they're high quality PBT dye sublimation keycaps, so yes, you could go get the PBT double shot, but these are fantastic. They feel great, and after all my use with them, I have not noticed any fading, any oil stains, or anything like that that would make me think that they are lower quality. They're super high quality PBT dye sublimation keycaps, and I'm very happy with them, and I'm enjoying them so far. Now what I like about it, obviously, it's a keycap set, and it comes with all the keycaps that you would need, and you could always customize them a bit more. For example, this one came with the different sets of arrow keys. There's the pastel colors, which I chose, or you could have just gone with the white pastel, the white keycaps, the white arrow key keycaps that match the font and the color of the letters. But I decided to kind of go with the pastel on the outside and the white on the inside. You have space bars without the logos. You have some keycaps that have different logos on them. So depending on if you have a TKL 60% full-size keyboard, you could really customize them. So the keyboard is plug and play, which is obviously fantastic, and you could change any of the RGB directly from the keyboard, so you don't have to worry about any additional drivers or software. However, LEOBOG does offer that software, so if you want to go ahead and download it, then you could kind of work with all the different macros over there. You could change the RGB directly from the software as well. So it just gives you that option to be able to work directly off the keyboard if you don't want to download any software. Or if you do want to play around with it, then you have that flexibility. And that also reminds me, because sometimes I've been using this for my work. So not on this computer here, but my work laptop. And unfortunately, the work IT department does not allow me to download anything additional, right? But I don't feel like submitting a ticket, an IT ticket to say I want to download a LEOBOG 75 software for my mechanical keyboard so I could change the fancy lighting while I work. I don't think that will go over very well. So the board is $75 US. This comes in, the switches come in at 25 and the keycaps come in at 35, bringing the total of the keyboard at around 140 USD. Now, that's for customizing and picking all your own parts. You could get the pre-assembled versions that they offer directly from Epomaker or on Amazon, I believe, for $100 US. So you definitely have a bit of a concession that you could make by saying, hey, I don't want to spend that 140. I have about $100, but you have to choose from their pre-assembled switch options, which by the way, the Graywood V3 are one of those options, but not the Mist Cloud kit. You just have different color options. So you do have a lot of pre-assembled options, which look really fantastic, but I just really wanted to, customize it my own way. So you're looking at something like $140, but then again, you could get the board at 75. You could find switches that are worth more, worth less. You could find keycaps that cost more, cost less. So it's really up to you to customize it. But this build, how I put it together, comes in at about $140 US. But for $100 US, you could get a pre-assembled, and that is a beautiful price point for a budget, entry-level, customized keyboard that feels and sounds as good. Honestly, for the price, it's probably one of the best keyboards that I own, even if I would have got the pre-assembled version. But I will leave links down below to the Epomaker store if that's something you want to check out. Overall, though, I am extremely satisfied with this build. It's not a full custom build, as I mentioned. It's just an entry-level way to really start into the foray of custom keyboard building. But it does not have to be as intimidating. Building your own customized keyboard can be as simple as getting a bare bones kit, switches and keycaps, putting it together, and don't let anybody else tell you that it's not building a keyboard. It is, you're putting it together. Even if you're not getting all the layers, PCB, lubing your own switches, all that, it's fine. This is entry level. And if it's something that you're intimidated about doing, don't be. It's really easy to put everything together, and then you could jump into something more complicated in the future. Oh, I really love that song. It feels so good. Anyways, guys, that'll do it for this one. If you did enjoy, please make sure to like this video. Please blow it up so Epomaker gives me more support in the future. Subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it, and I will catch you guys next time.